Hi guys, hope y'all doing good. So today I wanted to share with you guys something that I don't think I shared with you at least too much. It's from a while ago from the past, and it's actually I've written a chapter in my book about it too. And today I want to share with you guys. I think I'm gonna call this video "From Hiding My Disability to Sharing It with the World." I have my notes right here that I'll be reading from, and I'm gonna share with you guys first a quote that I felt really went with this message. So this is by actually Ellen DeGeneres. It's "The beauty is about being comfortable in your own skin. It's about knowing and accepting who you are." So for a while in my life, I never really wanted to talk about my disability. I would always hide it from other people, and I didn't want other people to know about it because I was embarrassed and insecure about it. And my mom always tried to get me to talk about it because she thought back then, before when I didn't share my story about my disability, she told me that it would help a lot of people, but I would always disagree and turn her down. And for those of you who have followed my channel and have seen a lot of my videos, it's probably hard to believe that I was once embarrassed about my disability, and also my mom would try and convince me to go to this I think it was it was for my disability, 22Q. It was a conference about 22Q, and if I went, I would have met other people with my same disability, but I never wanted to go because I wasn't interested in meeting other people with my disability, because I wasn't even interested in, I didn't even want to talk about my disability to other people. But as time went on, things changed. The more from being sick in bed a lot, and from going to all the doctor and hospital appointments, and around the age 14 and 15, when my relationship with God got stronger, the more God changed a lot in my heart about myself, my disability, and my being embarrassed about my disability. And I eventually came to realize that there's nothing wrong with having a disability, and having a disability doesn't mean that something is wrong with you or that you are weird. It's just how we were created. In the verse Genesis 1:27, so God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. So as time went on and I drew closer to God, he taught me how to love how he created me to be, despite all my disabilities and struggles that I faced in my life, and that I face in my life with my disability. So basically, let me find so this is how it all kind of went from being embarrassed about my disability, and then from being bold about my disability and sharing it with other people. So as I shared with you, when I was at school or hanging out with friends, or even if I was in the car with my mom and my mom brought up talking about my disability, and I would always like shut out that conversation. Like, I, and like, also, I can't believe, like, now, looking at my life, like, now, I can't believe that I was actually embarrassed about my disability. God has changed so much in my heart about my disability. It seems like I was never really embarrassed about my disability to begin with. And I want to tell other people about I want to tell other people about my disability because I just wanted to fit in and be like everyone else, and I didn't want to be like different or abnormal from everyone else, and like from my family members especially too. I'm sure there were times where I wish I didn't have a disability. Then I go on sharing that the closer that I got to God, the more confidence I gained in myself, and like who I am and who God made me to be, even with my disability. It's important to have confidence in yourself because you're the one who lives with yourself, and you know more than anyone around you. Like, you know what you need, and what you feel. No one else can tell that for you. So, in other words, you would want to be comfortable with yourself and who you are, so you can also be the best that you can be. Because when you don't like yourself, when you're not comfortable with yourself, the harder it will be to be exactly who God created you to be. That's a big reason why I think that God worked on my heart a lot at that age when I was just getting closer to God, because God knew his plan for me he knew his plan for me was to share what I went through with my disability with others, to give hope and encouragement to others too. I didn't know how much my story would impact other people. Like, I know from experience, from like getting messages from certain people like all around the world who might like from young people having disabilities or the same disability that I do, or like from mothers who have young kids or babies even with 22q. So when they look at me and like see my videos and see me on my YouTube channel, or read my blog and see my videos, like it gives them hope and encouragement, seeing me succeed in life, and that brings them hope that their child can have the same experience and be healthy and live a good life when they're older. So in closing, I want to share with you guys one more quote that I thought was really good with this message, which is, sometimes God does not change a situation because he is trying to change your heart. So I hope you guys enjoy that message, and I will talk to you guys all later. Bye.